Well, it is time to talk about your family health this afternoon. You know, it's long been a common belief that if your child gets a lot of sore throats, getting their tonsils removed is the next step really to long-term relief. But a new study suggests that that's not true, that careful monitoring will eventually clear up the ongoing infections. But experts do say that removing the tonsils may improve problems tied to poor sleep, like bedwetting, stunted growth, and hyperactivity behavior. And joining us now is Lori Ledley. She's the president of Valley Sleep Center, and she's going to talk a little bit about your tonsils. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, so this new study could be potentially big news for parents whose children may have some of these issues. Walk us through the study, what it really was, what it meant, and what the results there were.
So basically, it's recommending that children be screened for snoring. So with the tonsillectomy, that eliminates the tonsils, which is actually obstructing the airway in the child. So by doing this, then the child actually sleeps better, which increases their ability to pay attention in school. It decreases hyperactivity because studies have shown that children who have sleep apnea or sleep disordered breathing, which is the common symptoms are snoring, is also related to the hyperactivity and the development throughout their childhood.
Because they're just not really having that long, peaceful sleep. They're constantly being woken up. I know you brought a graphic with you to kind of show where we're talking here.
Right, so basically what happens is when you lay down to go to sleep, your tongue kind of falls back and then you have tonsils back here, so it obstructs the airflow. And so every time there's an obstruction in the airflow, the brain is awakened. And so this happens in children too. So if your child sleeps with their mouth open, or they have gasping, or they sweat a lot at night, these are symptoms, and you need to talk to your pediatrician or come see a board-certified sleep physician about that.
Okay, so some people might say, you know, my child snores and it's just so cute. Should a child ever really snore?
No, they shouldn't, and that's what we're trying to teach everybody now is to, you know, pay attention to snoring, and if they do snore, to talk to your pediatrician about that, because removing the tonsils does increase the airway and causes the sleep to be to the full potential.
Okay, well, one Valley mom had a similar issue with her soon-to-be 5-year-old daughter, Grace. She was keeping the whole family up at night, this child was, so they went into the Valley Sleep Center looking for some answers, and they took our multimedia journalist, Ryan Helding, along for the ride. Take a look.
She's restless. She grinds her teeth. She snores. She talks in her sleep.
Hi, Grace. We are going to do a little sleep study on you, okay?
See, Grace has a little trouble sleeping, so Mom brought her to a sleep center.
Has she ever had her tonsils or adenoids removed?
No.
Okay.
What does the snore sound like?
The snoring sounds like a...
It does?
It sounds like...
I think you do snore because I hear you snoring at night.
I don't know. You're making that up.
Let's go ahead and get the little wires on.
I like that kind of green too.
Okay.
And Kristen wants to make sure it's not from something she had removed when she was Grace's age.
The biggest concern I have with her is just my history, knowing that I had big tonsils, I had to have them removed. I had all the same symptoms that she did. So it was important for me to have that procedure done.
Green, okay, green.
I was sick less. I stopped snoring.
Blue? Okay.
I had a better night's sleep.
A better night's sleep? Something Kristen says is a bit tricky to get when Grace isn't sleeping right.
You're doing good.
You're doing really good.
It's because she's waking up, and then I'm waking up, and my husband's waking up, and my littlest one is in the same room, and so she wakes up, and the little one's up.
There you go.
It's exhausting because it breaks up our sleep cycle, and it makes us not sleep good. Then we're tired the next day, and we're irritable. Then it kind of happens all over again.
So Kristen wants to see whether it's something Grace will eventually grow out of.
You're making funny faces.
Now, Grace obviously has trouble falling to sleep with the cameras rolling, but is also excited where she's going next.
And it's almost my birthday. I'm going to Disneyland for my birthday.
And you won't believe why she likes her favorite ride.
Snow White. I like the part when Snow White falls asleep.
And hopefully we all get good night's sleep for Disneyland.
Grace is too cute, and you know she won't be sleeping at Disneyland because she'll be
No.
way too
Her
excited.
birthday is day after tomorrow, so.
Oh, good. So what happens there then? You know, what's the next step for her?
Basically, she's going to be following up with an ear, nose, throat physician to go over the results. And then based on what that physician will recommend, they'll either take her tonsils out or they'll kind of watch her. In a little bit older children, we do have options, which is called CPAP therapy. So this is the mask here this is an adult version.
So if they don't want to have a surgery, this is something that would work for them.
And we do
too.
have FDA-approved pediatric masks, and so we are very successful in our center in getting children to wear these, and it's basically just air that holds your airway open.
Okay, so that they have that clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What about like you see the nose things that kind of open your nose up and all that? Is that something that was just really specific to if you had a nasal issue rather than a tonsil
Right.
issue?
If it goes past your nose, you're not going to be able to see results with that. So.
And for people who are at home who are saying, gosh, I'm just not sure if my child has a sleeping issue, what are some of those other symptoms we should be looking for?
You know, if you see that your child, again, is snoring or making any noise at night, especially a baby, they should be breathing in through their nose and out through their nose. If they're opening their mouth to breathe, they could have an obstruction.
Okay.
Things like hyperactivity during the day, daydreaming, not being able to pay attention in school. These are all things that you really need to pay attention. We're trying to diagnose these things as children because we see there's 18 million Americans that have sleep apnea, and 90% don't even know it. So we want to get this attacked before they get to be adults.
Good advice. Thank you very much.
You're
Nice
welcome.
to have you here. And the Valley Sleep Center has 5 locations. If you're interested in finding out more information, we've linked them to our website at abc15.com. Find them under the lifestyle link there at the top of the page in Smart Family. Daphne?